GM,
GM.
GM. How are you doing, Xcode? How good, my
Doing
friend?
doing well. Yep. Doing
Been a
well.
while since we last spoke, right?
Yeah, it has. Long time.
Oh, 6 seconds maybe.
4.5 seconds. Yeah, I was gonna say less than
Yeah.
10 anyway. Yep.
GM, Cap, Jindo, Sakalane, Crash, Evil, El Guapo, Shift Blade, Mountain, Defects, Tango Mike, Matt, Level X, Suro, Sky Kraken, GM, everyone. Pleasure to have you guys here. We have a lot to talk about today. We have council elections. We have updates on the Star Atlas trading card game from Jindo. We have a tomb of C4 PTR bug fixing and features discussions coming up. It certainly has been busy, right, John?
Yeah, we've been cooking for sure.
We have been cooking. Like, I asked Sage to fetch me a report on the amount of bugs we fixed in the last 5 days. As soon as it's over, I'll post here just so we can get a impression on all the work that has been done. Lots of work, guys. But it's coming to fruition, right? I mean, if you guys are playing the PTR, and most of you here are, I think you guys can see the results of our efforts, right? Please say yes. Oh man. GM Michael, how are you doing?
GM. Are you and John working on anything for C4? I didn't know.
Oh, man,
I was thinking about it.
you come here, you post that cursed horse, and then you say this. Like first thing, come on.
I also said good morning.
Yeah, true. At least you gave us good morning. True. Very true. GM sir, how are you doing, Michael?
I'm good. But no, in reality, you guys are absolutely cruising through a bunch of different bug fixes. John, I've seen you putting quite a lot of work into the Nemesis engine.
And what do I have to show for it?
Yeah.
A bunch of lazy pirates.
Lazy pirates that don't kill people.
Don't kill people.
They only
That's how
making
we.
friends.
That's how we get there. That's how we get there. Baby
I
steps.
wanna know who's like occupying Region 63 with all those Ooster ships, because they are about to become my targeting system practice
Is
here.
it
So
is it you, Santorin? Who is it?
they're just like mocking me sitting there.
Yeah, they
Anyway.
need to be teach the lesson. All right, guys.
So yesterday I got them working, and then they all went out, and I had forgotten to arm them with weapon systems. So they were targeting you guys with no weapon systems loaded. So I got those
Um,
weapon systems in. Now I'm working and targeting again. But
now they are
anyway,
ready.
getting ready.
Awesome. You'll be able to watch live the destruction of the player base. I like this.
You know, John, what would be
Um,
cool is not for this phase of the PTR, or even maybe not for mainnet launch, but adding a logic layer to the Nemesis engine that lets them purchase components off of local markets and equip them, and then use that in patrolling.
I like
Becomes
that.
kind of a faucet for Atlas liquidity to people that are crafting.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, I'm writing that down.
interesting. Yeah, I like it as well. All right, guys. Before we jump in, because we have a lot to talk in the C4 PTR front, I would like to invite, first of all, our council members, Emperor or Shift Blade, whoever wants to come up stage to talk about the DAO elections, because they already started and we need to get people running for the council. Please, Emperor, come up stage, my friend. GM Emperor. How you doing, brother? If you're trying to talk, you are muted. He's building up the suspense, guys. Don't worry. You're more than welcome, Shift Blade. Michael, Chat Roberts is asking for you
Right.
to give a lyric speech on the DAO, but maybe after the councils present.
Sure.
Shift Blade, can you hear us, my friend?
Yep, I can hear you.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. So, you know what? I was we were talking last night, and I think I'll just stir up a little bit of controversy. So basically, what's going to happen if nobody else signs up to run is that it would basically just be me and Emperor. We might do a few little AI bots, but I mean, I know how strong I can actually get when I don't have anybody to keep me in check. So that means that things might swing a little bit towards my personal tendencies more than I would intend necessarily. So unless anybody is okay with that, I would suggest people running, if only to basically provide a counterweight.
Jesus Christ, you guys heard it here first. Shift Blade's going to start a
He's gone
communist
rogue.
revolution. Exactly. With AI bots and communism.
Well, I mean, like, we would still have to run the council, so if you leave it up to just me and Emperor, I mean, there's only so many options.
No. We need more people running. we can have AI overlords and communism take over the DAO.
Hello. Sorry.
As long as your
And-
AI is counter to like it's your alter ego, and like that's probably enough, right?
Well, I mean, we were talking about trying to do AI versions of both Bohemian and Brian.
Jesus Christ.
Could do
I mean,
you
sorry.
could do a Carlos as well. You could get a jump Carlos in there.
We could add Carlos in there as well. I was also thinking about something where any community members who are at the meeting could weigh in, and then we have an AI agent that kind of takes that into consideration as well, which
Oh,
would be
Jet.
a little bit
Can-
more democratic. Potentially,
Can you guys hear me
depending on who's
now?
there.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry. I'm Jet. I don't know what you said in the interim, but yes. Sorry. Carry on though.
He said
I
he was starting a coup to take over the DAO.
Not
You and him,
exactly, but
the two
I
of you,
mean,
Yeah,
communism and bots. That's it.
Oh. Yeah. No. Thanks for having us on. Jet, did you have anything to finish up there with your rant?
no, I think I basically covered everything that we were more or less going over last night.
Perfect. Cool. Yeah. A coup. Okay. It would be an unintentional coup. If me and Jith are the only counselors that are on the next council, I guess that would be exciting. It would be interesting for sure. So yeah. No, but I do I do want to encourage people to run. I mean, we're boring. It's governance. It's all the the minutia that goes along with all this stuff. But truly, all jokes aside, um, we we can get stuff done. We can, there is more or less 30 grand in USDC in the ecosystem fund, and that's the main thing that the council does is kind of babysit the ecosystem fund. And I know there's some chatter in the DAO chat where people are suggesting that it goes away and we don't spend any money. But if anyone tuned in last week, I think, yeah, and Swags and everyone here, please chime in. But there was some losses. There was some, things that didn't exactly go to plan. But there's also some good things that came from, the DAO spending money and Sly and Adam and community meetups. I can't help but think, this is my point of view, obviously not speaking for the council, but there's plenty that has been done with the money that the DAO has spent, and I think personally it's a net positive, and I think if we can continue to do, those things in the interim, I think it would continue to be a net positive. So I know, particularly the meetups, like that's a contentious thing. And unless you've ever been to a meetup and met some of these people in real life, like it's hard to quantify the return. But um, I can't help but think spending money on the things that we have has been a net positive. So um, we do need people to run. I would love to have a developer, a social media person. Jith has been a great doer, a person that just does stuff. Lanzer, he's going to be a huge loss for the council. As much of a nerd as he is, with the minutes and the streaming, all the things that he does, where yeah, he's going to be a loss for us for sure. Marengo and the two sacks I've served on. I would love to have Drum Carlos run again, but I don't know that he's going to. But yeah, we need some people that want to give some time, to donate some time to the cause, and it'd be great to have, yeah, like I said, the social media person, the developer, and doers. So I think I'm done rambling.
No, I fully agree with you, actually, Emperor. I mean, I'd love to have a communist revolution with bots, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have people that have been long-term community members, people who deeply care about Star Atlas, getting involved and helping us push the ecosystem forward. We have so many people, like the people here in the brew, the people who are here every day grinding PTRs, the C4 PTR, all of you guys can do more to help this dream come to life. And the council is one of those elements. Like, it's one of those cornerstones. So if you're thinking about running, if you think you could help Star Atlas, please do. It's a great moment to jump in and help shape the future of this metaverse, for sure.
Yeah,
Well said,
and
Joseph.
none of us know what the future is going to hold, but we're all here cautiously optimistic on what it will hold. We're in a slump, like there's nobody denying that. But a 9-month term that starts in 2 months from now. And Swags, you can chime in. I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to have too much to do within a few months. So, as much of a slump as we're currently in, that it could be, and it will be. I'm going to manifest that right now. It's going to be amazing. So we're going to have too much for the council to do.
Yeah, I'm not cautiously optimistic. I'm irresponsibly bullish, but that's just where I am, where I need to be. I can share just a few comments on this. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to share before I jump in with respect
No.
to pitching people on joining the council, but to the points made here, it is a substantial role in spite of, let's call it, the responsibility set, and the degree of power that the council has is quite restricted by design. But there are a number of administrative functions as well as really community sentiment functions that are really important, really critical that the council serves. And ultimately, this is part of the path and a stepping stone towards our I can appreciate that attention might be low and interest in serving might not be extremely high, but it is a very important role